I do have Chad Sponge Birchall, an expert. And we have,
being upset.
Jacob Pimp Vinegar.
Definitely an expert.
Yeah.
I bring the mood down in every room I
You
walk
don't, but
in.
you have such a radiant smile. I just love seeing it.
I'm great at pretending.
Yeah, this is all an act.
Yeah,
it's just a mask.
The youthful exuberance is slowly being sucked out of me.
No, but that's why we're going to get him down the gym. Jacob's going to teach you how to pump some iron, go for a jog.
All right.
And then you'll be a fresh man ready to take on the world again.
Let's hope so. Maybe I got a bit of tan in me and stuff.
You are perpetually tanned. I think you were.
Maybe.
You fell from the same tree I did.
Have you heard about the story?
Nice shot.
Very nice. Nice shooting. Very good shot. One left. my friend. You got him. Very good shot.
When we walked past, I said, "Did you see that cool pistol strap from them?" He said, "Yes." So, whoops.
Well, to deal with that, you know, so in this situation, because the map choice was given to Rogue, Astralis will get to pick the side. If they opt to start on that CT side, I already mentioned it, but one way to deal with a heavy utility-based pistol round is to be aggressive on the CT side, find one kill, and at that point, their strategy or their plan will completely unravel.
And there begins the mind games, because how do you deal with aggressiveness? You be aggressive yourself. So we're probably going to see a Glock train from Rogue coming out and just trying to catch off Astralis, who's trying to catch out Rogue, and there you are.
and that, my friends, is the world of Counter-Strike in-game leadership. It's second-guessing the other person, second-guessing, and
it's also calling bluffs as well, right? Because the sense is, like, Astralis might go, well, maybe they won't run that strat again, and we will just play passive, and then they run the same strat, or they run something similar with all the utilities. So there's so many steps. This is like a game of chess with 10 moving parts.
And that is why I feel like the mindset of just play our own game is often kind of hard encoded into competitive Counter-Strike players. Some of it may just be, you know, fluffy interview blagging, but some of it may just be you kind of get forced into that mindset because you can't get into your head and start thinking, well, if they think that, I should do X.
That happens in certain scenarios with individual players as well. And if we point out, say, Device, who is an AWPer who moves around a lot, if he has a struggle sometime early with the AWP going for those aggressive or different positions on the CT side, he might stop playing that and be a little bit more passive. And if that happens, then your star's getting neutered. But if it goes the opposite way, he grabs one kill, he feels like he's reading them like the Matrix, you will see him continue to move around. When Device is at his best, it's like the CT side of Train. He's just roaming everywhere, finding so many kills.
I would argue that Device is one of the players that doesn't play his own game, but he plays his game according to the opponent's facing, right? He's always studying the other guys' aim. He's always trying to move around and find the easy kills against the team he's playing.
Let's roll.
And I will say as well, I think that's what makes Astralis so
Affirmative. Yes, yes, yes. Of course. Too many of them for me. Yes. Decoy.
Okay, खत्म. Rotate. Rotation must be coming in. Bit sound. Garage sound. Coming.
Mid to edge. कितना हिट दिया भाई?
40.
32 दी.
F10 उसको टाइम आउट चाहिए.
मैं भूल गया.
Affirmative.
Force की बैठ रहा है.
अरे तू उसको पूरा मार देता, तेरी हिट मुझे लगी 40.
हाइड्रे ऑरेंज हाइड्रे वेट करता हूँ.
मिड्रेस आ गए गैराज के अंदर.
10 HP अंदर चेकर्स और एक है फीमेल. बी जाओ. एक 10 HP है.
कहाँ?
लास्ट 10 HP. सीटी क्या थी? एक हेडशॉट है.
अरे रुक जाओ यार, इको राउंड है, क्या जल्दी है? कुछ
अरे पूरी टीम बी जा रही है तो चला जाता है.
अच्छा दोनों है ना. दोनों को मार.
मेरी पिंग है बीच में अभी भी है.
देखा इको और
सर्विस सोर्स को कैसे बंद कर?
मैं क्या कर रहा है? क्लोज है।
पूछ देना मुझे, ये लो पूछ।
अबे क्या कर रहा है?
पाँच % नेटवर्क खा रहा है सर्विस सोर्स।
मतलब आओ बूस्ट
ग्रीन स्टाइल
मतलब nice one, be clear. No? Be clear है ना?
Nope. Not sure. Went. Who brought the
मैं
Side check कर. चल आजा.
Smoke. I'm planted. Bomb has been planted. I'm throwing a grenade. Affirmative.
भी आधा फास्ट कर दे.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Flashbang.
साइड लो और एक हेडशॉट एक साइड है.
Orange बेटा. Smokes.
Affirmative. Grenade.
साइड लो है. सीटी का.
Throwing fire. Throwing smoke.
Sunroom.
behind.
अरे यार.
ड्रॉप दे सकता हूँ मैं.
Affirmative. Yes.
उसको देते पर
We must move. Throwing a flashbang. Molotov. I'm throwing fire.
What the heck? Nanti kau apa?
Smoke.
Try B2 है. One must be made. Heaven.
MYnd -91.
Wait, wait. Last Z. ना कोई जरूरत नहीं।
अरे उसकी एचपी वो है यार, 9 एचपी में कैसे खेलेगा? 9 एचपी बची थी, हाईवे पे था वो, एक टैग किया था।
Boost. Okay. Who want boost? Me.
मैं टॉप।
चलो बी चले गए। बी निकलते हैं भाई, 2
हाँ बी जा जल्दी जा। बी आ जा। सिटी नीचे उतरा
जी। ड्रॉप देना है।
हेवन लो
C4 लेके क्यों पुश करना है? आ रहा व्हाइट बॉक्स।
10 HP इधर नीचे।
Affirmative.
Can't.
Must move.
I heard sound. That might be. Must be saving somewhere in B. अरे मेरी सन ने ली थी वो मैं तो सनरूम में होगा बाहर कोई खड़ा नहीं होता बाहर ही था मिड पुश मिड साउंड stop Echo. Help me. You must. Gun ले लियो ना मैं. हाँ यहीं पे एक रिलोड कर.
फ्लैश कर रहा हूँ.
क्या जरूरत है? अरे क्रॉस फायर बना फ्लैश कर रहा हूँ.
एक वेंट्स के बाहर है.
एक ऑफ 3 बाकी सबको एक SMG भी थी
This is easy. We kill them and then we go home. Flashbang. I'm throwing a flashbang.
Mid sound.
Affirmative. Throwing a decoy. I'm throwing a flashbang. Throwing fire. Smoke. I'm planted.
एमेन था ये. अब पता नहीं किधर. लग रहा है बी में से एग्जिट ट्रैक लेगा. पोजीशन
मेन होगा मेन.
लेफ्ट है.
You are lying already. main. I got a green का.
Negative. Forward. Smoke! Throwing smoke! Grenade out!
C4 ला रहा हूँ.
Flashbang! We cannot be killed!
ग्रीन जा, तुझे पता कहाँ है वो?
I'm planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Smoke!
मैं आपसे कुछ नहीं करूँगा.
The flashbang! I'm throwing a grenade! I'm throwing fire!
Complete.
Smoke! Activating the bomb. Bomb has been planted. I'm throwing a flashbang.
बच्चा पर्पल लाइट खेलने वाला था.
Throwing a flashbang. Flashbang. We're going to do this. Let's go, my brother. Smoke. Throwing a flashbang.
One more.
Side.
Grenade.
Right side up. Headshot के left. Headshot वाले boxes हैं उसके left में.
Flashbang.
Headshot two.
One more.
Nice. आप ले लो वहाँ से. दोनों एक ही हैं आप ले. हाँ डीगल वाला मैंने देखा.
अच्छा ऑरेंज था, तू नहीं था.
नहीं मैं नहीं था भाई. वहाँ पे हेडशॉट पे एक को डीगल से मारा है, वो मरा नहीं. पीछे से एक और एनिमी आया, इसके पीछे से आया, आगे आ गया. फिर जिसको डीगल से मारा था उसको ऑफ से मारा, फिर पीछे से आगे आया था उसने मार दिया. कौन ही था.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Flashbang. Throwing smoke.
अबे यही है.
Grenade.
क्या बात है? अबे बच गया, पेलता भी तेरे को लो।
Double peak blue.
Throw in the flashbang.
Low B एक heaven है.
I'm throwing a grenade.
एक side है, एक side. एक लेग है.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Grenade.
ले चल. साइड डेड. अरे बॉम्ब नहीं है ऐसे.
बॉक्स के पीछे
अरे 1v1 ऐसे ही खुले में खड़ा मोटा निकाल के खड़ा रहा है.
Let's go. Need backup. Need backup now. Throwing smoke.
Come here. Aha.
अरे
खत्म
कैसे
स्मोक से
साउंड
नहीं मैं पीछे था भाई, वो ट्रक में एक बंदा था मेरे साथ, उसके साथ हम लोग वो कर रहे थे.
वही मैं सोच में पीछे से आ रहा हूँ गैराज रूम के पीछे से.
एक्चुअली मैं देर से जैसे ही पहुंचा ना वहाँ पे बंदा आ गया था, फिर वापस गया.
मिड जा रहा हूँ मैं.
बी जा रहा.
2 जन आ जाओ, मैं लेके पी रहा हूँ.
Need support.
अरे ये कोई नहीं आया, मैं अकेला हूँ.
में 2-3
Throwing fire.
-3
Roger that.
-66
साइड
Come back.
बोथ साइड है, केयरफुल. दोनों है, क्वाड लास्ट.
शैडो दिख गया था.
फोर्स करना इको कर लो. अरे इको कर लो, टाइगर के पास नहीं बचा.
वैसे भी वो एक लेके आएंगे, सब मर गए थे और जीत भी गए.
Let's go. J'ai besoin de renfort.
कह रहे हैं डीनो साउंड.
और ए वो
अरे 89 मिड
इस पर नहीं करा।
सुनो 3 जन ए रहो, 1 मिड 1 बी। ठीक है अच्छा ठीक है, मैं ए जा रहा हूँ फिर। जैसे कुछ मूवमेंट देकर कॉल दे देना। फ्लैश देना।
बी नहीं
Deploying flashbang. Grenade out.
राइट तोड़ा। One B.
Flashbang.
हाँ एक मिड रश कर ले।
ठीक है चलो, स्मोक डाल देगा मिड ग्रीन।
मिड लिया मैंने।
Grenade out. No.
ए में ए हो रहा है, ए हो गया ए हो गया।
Affirmative.
एक सीटी, एक साइड एक सीटी। सीटी लो है।
Roger that.
ए जा रहा हूँ मैं। 2 जन मिड रहो फिर।
Let's go, people. Throwing smoke. Throwing flashbang.
साउंड बंद कर।
नहीं भी नहीं है। गैराज से फायर कर रहे हैं संदूक में।
Yes.
ए मेन साउंड। मेन से स्मोक आया। ए 1 still A main.
Roger that.
पुश कर रहा है मैं शायद। ग्रीन पीक मत करना अभी, अरे आई मीन ऑरेंज।
अरे यार कहां से मार दिया? ट्रक से मारा मुझे। आ गए ट्रक।
नो टाइम गया
फ्लैश टाइल प्लान कर रहा हूँ। स्क्वाड में है।
अब ये जीत तो गए, पैसे नहीं आए यार। यो कितने पैसे?
Laying down smoke. Deploying flashbang. Shippers were dead. Target spotted.
मिड एक हेवन है, आई मीन बूस्टर। मिड
Shippers were dead. Fire in the hole. Throwing smoke.
बंद कर दे। This मार। एक पीछे अंदर पड़ी है, लिटरली तेरे आंखों के सामने थी। अच्छा ड्रॉप दो ना कोई, ग्रीन ड्रॉप, ग्रीन, थैंक यू। मिल गया ड्रॉप।
Let's go. Laying down smoke. Grenade out. Deploying flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Deploying flashbang.
Amen, son.
Laying down smoke. Roger that. Incendiary. Throwing smoke. Flashbang.
1 element.
दोनों आगे अंदर हेल्प करो।
एक मत कर।
वाओ, 2 फ्लैग्स के अंदर फ्लैग आ गई।
Affirmative. Roger that. Yes.
वापस ले जा रहा हूँ। श्राउड बूस्ट करेगा मेरे को कोई?
मैं कर
मैं स्मोक कर रहा हूँ पहले।
Smoke.
साउंड मत देना।
Throwing flashbang. Roger that. Roger that.
अरे चल दिया
Grenade out. Incendiary out. Deploying flashbang. Defusing. Negative.
ऑफ देना
Lock and load. Throwing fire.
LOL.
Laying down smoke. Flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Throwing flashbang.
किधर है? गानी में से मैंने सब खरीद लिया। नहीं ठीक है।
पिस्तौल तो ले
That's the negative.
जाओ सब ये जल्दी छोड़ दो मैं ऊपर डाल
ये में नो हाई वे देख लूडो रे बने में हाईवे पुश कर मजा आदमी नहीं देखना इको कर लेते इज्जत बनाई स्टॉल ड्रॉप करते फिर बीच कर
ओके अरे वो लोग यही आ रहे हैं
तो पीछे घूम के चले जाएंगे
फिर रीटेक करना पड़ेगा कुछ है नहीं अपने पास
डिफेंस से नहीं कर सकते
ए और बीच छोड़ दे और स्टैक कर लो ए और स्टैक कर लो बीच छोड़ दो इधर पूछते हैं ना आप लोग हेल्प
साइट आ गया बॉम्ब
अरे भाई क्यों
Oh yeah! Move it! Smoke.
एक बार छुपे रहो पीकी मत लो
Flashbang. Laying down smoke. Deploying flashbang.
मिड के पास
Throwing smoke.
Is that
ब्लू डॉट आ गए बहुत बढ़िया खेला था
अच्छा चीज ड्रॉप ही नहीं देता ये कुछ
And plenty of weapons to collect. But there's also money to make here for Glaive. Will make some to steal a kill. And since managed the reload of Glaive, and down he goes. So Rogue lost on that round. 4 rounds now between the two sides. And the money still isn't quite there for Rogue. But this is more of a money-making opportunity for Astralis with the MP9 and the UMP.
Rogue. Taste their own medicine, perhaps. Stuck with a situation where they can't do too much. Astralis were perpetually in that situation in the first half. Astralis maybe get to stretch their legs a bit. Josefino really spread those wings. Oh my god, everyone lining up. We'll see one kill there going the way of Rogue, but a second one coming out from Vice. How much more are they good for? Well, Vice, oh my god, they were dead. That's a beautiful result, all things considered. He's going to pick up an AK-47 as well. Now does he go for more kills here, or does he try to save the save? Looks like he's fancying the latter, perhaps, or just a very unpredictable position. Maybe catch a save there. It's Vice up to, looks like a save. I predict soon, in the next 3 years, we'll have projects. Let's see that go through. I wonder if Vice heard something.
Vice standing on the kitchen surfaces, health and safety will not be happy with this. Food rating is going down to 0. Zipex go. You can see that Vice has a specific lineup to smoke off the banana position entirely, and the bomb is not planted for a straight up through the smoke. And now Eco's coming in for the flank, spots both players, and and Molotov will pepper, but he will not be able to finish off Dupree, who is isolated from Zipex now. There's a 10-second defuse coming in. None of these free players have a kit, but again, the bomb is not planted for Zipex. At this point, you think it's a fake, even if he does, there's not so much they can do about it. Target's jumping around, and Dupree will be finished off after time. There is round number 12 for Rogue. They seem to be happy with that one. The 2 AWPs surviving, as does the AK-47. Astralis, though, have plenty of cash to keep up the pressure for 2 more rounds at the very least.
Yeah, the bomb went down and the money's not dry just yet for Astralis, so there's a ways to go for Rogue before they're in a position where things will get easier on themselves. And Astralis will take this time out to really decide what the best approach is. They know that Rogue are running this double op setup now, and that changes how you want to approach a round, you know, where the inherent strengths and weaknesses will be. So Astralis may opt to try to play more of a map control game than just build that into a set piece, really abuse the smokes against the AWPs. But if you try to play a slower pick-based battle, you can just so easily run into an AWP angle, and that is a big problem. So you want to try to avoid that. So let's see what Astralis can bring together here to try to defeat Rogue. And we can't forget as well, Rogue are going to be more than happy with players like KD and Enrique to go aggressive with the AWPs as well, and they could surprise Astralis. Eco jumping across with the spot. Indeed, Cadian's going very deep here. This is very risky, but it could pay off massively here. How long does he stay out there for? 2, 3 throws. He's going to go for it. Oh, Cadian, the timing doesn't work out, but there's the trade from Hiko. That's important. At the very least, there's a trade.
That's crazy that KD got picked up first, but we might not have time to talk about it because they're moving up top mid. Vice looking away, spotting Glaive, and down he goes. But there are players moving into a short position. A change of pace for Vice. A nice headshot from the Vice. Smokes down on the arch position, and Hiko getting taken out. Vice has to just take pot shots through that smoke. One more smoke, and that is a devastating timing which will send Rogue packing for this particular round. Normally, when you have a sniper looking second mid like that, you've got a CT looking down mid, so if anybody wide swings, then you can do something to deal with it. I don't know if the frag came from the pit, which may be harder to deal with, but either way, it is round number 9 for Astralis. So this is a difficult game of Counter-Strike for Astralis, but they are keeping within arm's length of Rogue, not letting them get too far away.
Yeah, I really did like the fact that Rogue played. They tried the aggression. It's, as you say, it's how you execute it. Ultimately, I'm not sure. Oh, hello, device dying there. They have good enough money though. I'm not sure exactly what the peak was either, actually, from the bottom of middle, but yeah, what is the response now from Rogue? They do save some guns. They can get the double ops rolling in again. Does Cadian try some shenanigans once more? I don't think there's any argument against it. I think you just have to, if you're going to play it, as you say, like, you just have to have the right precautions in place to make it as safe as you can and just not overstay and understand if your timing is gone or not.
Yeah, they've been against the risk for the full peak down mid, and again, it can introduce variance, and Rogue seems to be doing okay without that. Glaive's taking some damage, getting shot through the wall by Ricky. I don't know if he saw the trajectory of the grenade and that was enough to line it up, or if it was just a random pot shot. Either way, there's an early man advantage for Rogue. Cadian towards the arch position, Vice rotating through CT onto the A site perhaps, and Hiko in the pit/balcony area as per usual. Astralis looking to focus on the A site now with the whole team in tow. No presence being shown towards the B-bomb site whatsoever. So they've got just the one-man advantage on this push if they are to commit now. Will one of these CTs from B rotate over? Yes, it looks like. Well, maybe not. Okay, there's a wall of smoke again. Are they offering a double fake perhaps? Because there's no play behind these grenades. And here we go, it's a delayed one. This time he's jumping into the pit behind him. He has no idea where he is or what's going on behind him. He'll stay in apartments. Last time he rotated into mid. He's jumped though. He may have given his position away, and Magisk is waiting on a late lurk.
Twice on the side. He's been quite consistent and impressive with that M4. Let's see what he can do. I mean, it's a very hard situation. Almost keeps us sitting waiting in the pit, waiting for those smokes to go away to do the damage, and that's Vice gone. He does take one with him though. Dupree's out of the picture. 6 now replaced. Oh, Device. Oh my god, how on earth did he find a headshot there? Sick, doing increasing amounts of damage here. Just 6x left from that pit position. rAfe will finish him off. What a beautiful frag from Sick. That absolutely saved them.
That is a huge round from Sick. He was alone on the site. His 2 teammates were smoked off around that library arch position, and you saw him start to move forward, and I think because of the time on the clock, he was going to try to stop them from planting the bomb, but the bomb came to them. The bomb came to him. I think they knew he was on site, but when Device loses that duel, that's a crazy frag, but that's the bomb at his feet as well. Second frag delivered, and Rogue are in such a strong position right now. Tactical timeout from Astralis at the moment.
And the money is not in a great place. They can still buy with drops and so on, but they've got to communicate to make sure they can optimize it. And they still have a CZ and a UMP in play. Full utility though, and perhaps we'll see something from Astralis which is similar to the the second round on their T side, where they lost the pistol. They had the bomb down though, and then they decided to full buy with 5 CZs and max utility, and they did a version of a balcony pop with the utility, and that was really strong. Could be an option for them to go to now in this round or something similar. But Rogue are really off balance too. If Rogue lose this round somehow, we're going to have probably a tied game pretty soon. Okay, that's not a good start here for Rogue. Kiko aggressive as well on 12 points of health. Has to use the smoke to maybe escape here. And those walls are all paper thin. Kiko's in so much trouble. He knows he can't move too soon. He's got to be so careful. And he might just... Oh my god, does he make it out of here? Oh my god, he makes it out of there.
In the meantime, the CTs are out of position towards the B bomb site. Someone jumped past Sick. I don't know if he has any idea. He's got no idea at all. How did he not hear that? And now Sick is surrounded in a smoke. Do they think it's empty, the spray? They realize what's going on. And this is a catastrophe for Rogue. They haven't done a single point of damage in this round. What the hell's happened?
Yeah,
they've got no money.
Yeah, they went aggressive, 2 men towards the apps. I wonder if they did that because they thought that Astralis would try to rush balcony or something like that, and they wanted to just catch them and just murder them as they were running up second mid. I wonder if that was the case, because if you push 2 players aggressively on the apps, that can always happen. And there's always a risk of that happening. In a spot where you know that you have the best buy, you've got 2 orbs as well. So if you lose those 2 players, you're just going to lose the round most likely. So
perfect round from Astralis. Not taking a lick of damage, not touched even once. There's Device making his way through. Okay, so I can't tell from his POV if he jumped in the smoke, but from the X-ray on 6 POV, it looks like he had jumped past him. But in all the commotion, perhaps the sound was not heard. 3 rounds between the 2 sides, but Rogue are on eco. Astralis, can they get the momentum to take this over the line now? And yeah, Vice, there's not a lot for him to get out of this, although there is some damage done actually. Some people have taken chunks. We shall see. Let's move to round 11, and Rogue, they don't got the cash right now. We'll see what they choose to do at the beginning of the next round. That was a painful one. Right then. Might be a second eco from Rogue, as 3 players have less than $4,000. And really, you do wonder if the beads of sweat will start to form on the brow, because Astralis are not the team you want to be 1 round away from you. And that is looking very likely indeed. Oh yes, we've got the high explosive grenades, we've got the shrapnel. Where is it headed? Will it be an immediate throw? Will it be a delayed throw? I don't think we see enough delayed carpet bombs. Oh, that's a good start. And 3 more to follow. Will they go deep? They may go too deep indeed. The rest of this will be simple enough. There's a return from dupreeh. Looks like they have picked it up and thrown it back. And there we are. Now we've got Rogue back on the buy, and the game continues for real.
Yeah, it's last chance, or could be the last good chance for Rogue if they're not careful. Obviously, they really like going to the double orbs, and that's expensive. And, you know, you do want to, if you can, try to get an advantage early with it. Astralis have built up a pretty impenetrable amount of money. I don't know if you could describe that as impenetrable, but you know what I mean. They got a lot of money. They got a lot of money.
Never tried to penetrate money, Dan.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly on.
Okay. So, rAfe with the elevated position. That's beautiful. Finding the header device there through the lip of the wall. And that is exactly what you need with the orbs. Especially when you consider that the other team likely knows you have them, so they are very wary for it. So you have to create opportunities. And that's what Rogue just did in a masterful way. So now the question is being asked of Astralis, can you find a way to salvage this situation? And it looks like they just want to go into the B-bomb site. Just at this point, no qualms about it. Don't risk losing another player to these orbs by trying to take more map control. Just go for that B-bomb site. But rAfe in position with that orb. Smoke is sick. Well, he's been fantastic. Gets another dink. The follow-up is connected with by rAfe, and that's gLaive up picture. 4 versus 2 here for these CT players of Rogue. Looking really good for them.
dupreeh by the tree. He's heard kD jump off the rail. kD has no idea. He's delaying his engagement. Massive second frag from dupreeh. Do they know rAfe's position in construction? Quickly moving into safer territory, but Zepex has to get off his position before the smoke goes away. And indeed he will. Vice in CT, rAfe in construction. All grenades being exchanged by both sides. They don't know that both CTs are coming from the same direction though. There's a pop that dupreeh avoids it. Vice taken out, and Zepex is in a safe position. He's trying to hold on to his AWP, going for the no-scope, but there's no hope as Astralis tie the score 13-13, and that is eco territory again for Rogue, and now Astralis can take the lead. It is there for the taking.
Absolute beast mode from dupreeh with the quad kill, just savaging everybody here, and that it's just a simple thing sometimes that are just so effective. Just playing in front of the smoke, your position is unexpected, and that was enough to make things very awkward for Rogue and their money. They needed that round. Astralis, if ever there was a way to beat them, Rogue had it with the result of that first half, and it's all slipping away. Unless Rogue, with their last buy in the next round, can find something special. Astralis are gaining in strength every round, and also, you know, when you have a situation where one player goes huge to save you, like you just did, that has a really positive effect on morale. Rounds like that can really raise the level of a team. And dupreeh, just clinical stuff from him. You can't stop this man. Oh, hello.
This is interesting because the bomb has not been planted yet. And rAfe just picks up an AK, and he's thinking, surely they're going to go towards B because I've got an AK on A. However, Magiska's in the arch position, and I think he got the sound cues that rAfe was going towards B, and that might be the saving grace in this situation. dupreeh now making his way towards the A bomb site. But do they know where Sick is or was? He hasn't had any engagements, I don't think, in this round just yet, so they still have to be careful here. Astralis device creating a thin wall to have some cover, clearing the site, and down goes the bomb. So Rogue took a fast gamble, but unfortunately for them, Magic's Way was close enough to realise what was going on, and being already on the B bomb site, it will be safe territory. Rogue are going to hit maximum loss bonus. So they will have the fullest of full buys in the next round, especially with that AK. He can give that to Sig, who's on $2,000, although he'll be able to buy anyway. But an AK is always nice. Do they go 2 AWPs, or does he hold on to it himself? Lots of questions to be answered by Rogue. Can they get back to these winning ways? They've only won, really, the pistol in 2 more rounds in this CT half. So it doesn't look good for them right now.
Yeah, I think they've had some good opportunities. And Eco... Or actually, no, yeah. In fact, everyone, if they want, they can buy orbs. So expect to see the double orb come out again. You know, it seems to be the thing that they're most comfortable with, and they go to it time and again, and they can afford it here. And this is the last round for them. As you know, like if they lose this round, they're gonna have a suboptimal buy, whichever way you cut it. So, and obviously, you don't want to play for every time if you can get the win. So it's all on this one really for Rogue. The last best chance for them as they get a double orbs and full utility behind it. And again, I do think that some of the aggressions they've taken, I think that's been smart. I think against a team like Astralis, you do have to try to throw that wrench into the works. You can't allow Astralis to just, you know, play their round out and let them take the initiative. You have to take away a player, you know, force them to adjust to what you're doing, you know, keep the pressure up, even if you're on the CT side of Inferno. I think that is necessary, and that has been so far the approach of Rogue.
14-13, Astralis now in the lead. It is 2 snipers for Rogue. It has to be this round. rAfe and Sig towards the B bomb site. Magic's ready to stop these flames. So what is he planning to do with that? Stop the full push of the CT. Oh, he finds something, but it seems they're ready for it. There's an exchange of fire, and Device will see the traces, and now there's no more Sig. rAfe forced back with his AWP. Still left alone for the time being. Dupree and Zipex now moving through apartments on A in the meantime, while Device clears the top of Banana.
I think this is good. You know, in a lot of cases, you know, I'd say, you know, the 1-for-1 is really important, but because, you know, Rogue are the underdogs, and because there's double ops on the side of Rogue as well, I think that, you know, creating more chaos like this creates more opportunities for them. They need the unorthodox against the likes of Astralis, and they may get it this round. They've got 3 towards that A site, and that's where the bomb is going at the moment, into the apps. Astralis having presence towards Banana as well. So if they want to double back towards Banana, they can. They've got time. They've got 40 seconds now to make the call, but the call has to come soon.
Device working towards CT, but the other 3 players are at the top of A. kdin moving into the site now, deploying some grenades for a teammate. Molotov into apartment, so they anticipate an A play. Now it's only rAfe on the B bomb site. Device is falling away. rAfe, he'll communicate 2 fast frags from Rogue, and they'll be good for this. 8 seconds left, and Device has to be eliminated quickly by Dupree, or he just gambles for the plant, and Device covers. That's a huge frag from Device, keeps him in the game, and all of a sudden rAfe is on the B bomb site. I thought Rogue had that one. That was a clutch frag from Device, and now it's match point to Astralis.
If rAfe can hold on to the orb, though, I mean, Astralis at this point, they get to a certain amount of time, and they should just try to rush him down, see if they can get a crazy shot, because there'll be a timing where you know, he can't win the round. But if he can save this orb, he's taking a really deep position to do so. There is a world where you know, Rogue can still save this match, you know, find the overtime. But you know, they are max loss bonus. That's $3,500 now awarded to the Rogue players at the end of this round. And there it is. Vice could even drop an AWP if they want to double up on orbs, but obviously the money's not great, so do they decide to do that? Yes, yeah, Vice drops an orb onto, so kdin and rAfe will have an orb. Great stuff here from this. Oh, that's beautiful from Device.
That is huge. That is that's a match point frag right there. Well then, we have the double orbs. We have a very reasonable buy from Rogue, better than I thought we would have. But is it going to be enough again? Only 3 CT rounds won, including the pistol. They got reset after that. Worth mentioning. So let's see. Okay, with some warning shots, but he's playing further back. They will not contest Banana too much. They don't really have the tools with which to do it. Pop flash, and he knows one person's gone beyond the angle. So at a minute 27, they have 2 smokes remaining. Some gamble shots, but they don't want to take too many of those. So that is very early control of Banana for Astralis, and they've got players in apartments as well.
Yeah, it's definitely something that they'll be Astralis will be counting on, that their opponents have low utility. So by having so much pressure and forcing it out, as James mentioned, it creates a spot where late round Astralis can create a huge advantage when they eventually go for a site and there's no counter utility left. kdsiss though, can he find the angle? Oh, he might be able to get more space, but they've just disappeared from this position, so they might repeak it though. This is very interesting. kdsiss will see that there's nobody here at 45 seconds. How do Rogue what do they think about this information? How do they read that?
Well, they have already got 3 players towards the B bomb site. There's no way he goes beyond Boiler in this situation, and sahil may cut off rotators later on, but no, they're going back towards the A site, and that's the bomb spotted immediately. That is the information they need, but can the rotation come fast enough? In fact, Astralis are going back towards the A site, B site, and they pull Ricket out of position, but he's delivered the first kill. 15 seconds now, and they move back trying to get a smoke in, and Zick is around the fountain area. He's got to survive, but he doesn't. 10 seconds for that bomb to go down. Ricket moves towards the top. Where do they choose to plant the bomb? Dissel tries to clear the site. He goes through the Molotov, and there's Dupree, but Zipex has the cover. What a clutch play from him.
Once again, just perfect timing before it was devised out of Zipex. And that bomb can go down in the nick of time. Hiko coming in from Banana. He's got some play against. Can he win the battle? No, not quite. Zipex finishes him off through the wall. Now down to kdsiss. That's a stunning shot there from kdsiss onto device, but that's all he's able to do. And Astralis grind it out. It looks so bad. After that first half, they were down 10 against 5. But that class and consistency of Astralis, the experience, James, is hard. It's hard to beat them.
That was a real test for Astralis. That looks really, really difficult, and there's a nice boost for the team there. Afterwards, that was quite something. I mean, Rogue, that was a real struggle in that final round. But I mean, the whole CT side in terms of the rounds won was a struggle. But I mean, even going into the first half, only 5 CT rounds won by Astralis. It seemed tough for the CT sides all over, really. But Astralis just about taking over the line. It was looking ropey there for the longest of times, but they made the comeback happen.
Yeah, I think it's a good map sometimes for a best of 1 because it's highly tactical. So if you're a very good team like Astralis, you have that experience to just stay steady on your nerves and just trust your process, then you can get, there's so many ways to get edges and advantages. And